Welcome into Bengals Breakdown by Chat Sports. Do you love the Cincinnati Bengals? If you do, show it by typing me in the comment section. In theory, every single person watching will type in their me's. I don't judge how you want to be a fan, but if you don't type in me, I'm going to question just how much of a diehard you are. So flood the comment section with your me's right now as we dive into more on Joe Burrow. We talked about this a little bit yesterday about the contract extension status. Burrow said he and the team are making some progress. He also made some other comments about knowing, that other players on this team need to pay and how he wants to help make sure that happens. So some quotes verbatim from Joe Burrow. Whenever you have guys on the team that need to be paid, that's always on your mind. You'll want that to be a focal point, and so we're working to make that happen. I'm pretty clear on what I want in the contract and what I think is best for myself and the team. We are on the road to making that happen. Now, as we discussed yesterday, there are plenty of creative ways, some not even that creative, some pretty easy to do, in order to get Joe Burrow massive amounts of money that he's absolutely worth as a football player. Know your own worth, right? And still not cripple the franchise in the same way that maybe some people might think you do to a team if you pay a quarterback too much money. It's going to be more challenging for the Bengals to be paying Joe Burrow more money. And this idea of him taking less, I think, can be a bit deceptive. In the end, it is not up to Joe Burrow to take less to make the team around him better. It is up to the team. That is the job of the general manager, your owner, your head coach, to maximize the talent within the salary cap structure. Now, with that said, it is not that challenging, if you do it properly, to structure a deal in which Joe Burrow is making $50 million per year, but he actually isn't counting $50 million or even close to it on the salary cap. The extreme example, the Jalen Hurts deal pays him $50 million, and he's not making even $25 for the first 3 years of his deal. A less extreme example, the Dak Prescott deal for the Cowboys that was $40 million, oh so much money. He hasn't even counted $40 million yet and isn't scheduled to on the contract, on the salary cap, because of the way you structure that deal. And I fully expect the Bengals to get this deal done. I would say it's probably a really good amount of guaranteed money, which you got to put that in trust in the NFL. Nerdy stuff has been a bit of a problem at times in the past for Cincinnati. But you can do a rolling guarantee structure just like the Chiefs do Patrick Mahomes. It locks Joe Burrow into a ton of money, and it allows the flexibility, the creativity to still spend money on other players like T. Higgins, who we'll get to here in just a moment. But first, I want you guys to rank Joe Burrow among NFL QBs. Maybe you think he's 1. Maybe he's 2 behind Mahomes. Maybe you're a hater and he's 3 or lower. It's the pinned comment on today's show. So if an ad break comes here on YouTube, take advantage of it. Head down there and rank Joe Burrow among all the different NFL quarterbacks. Let's move now to the T. Higgins contract extension. There was a report from Zim Houday on Twitter a couple weeks ago, I think it was now. The done deal basically was the report. Well, no. Higgins kind of made that pretty clear that this is not where things are at. Not to say that he's not going to get a deal done. The Bengals have rejected all trade overtures, interest. Duke Tobin was asked about it at the Combine. He said he told teams to find their own receiver. Quit trying to take the Bengals. Here's what Higgins said when asked about it. He's like, yeah, I had a lot of people texting me, man, but I didn't text them back. So I guess kind of some Geno Smithisms there. I knew there wasn't anything there. My mom texted me and was like, you got a deal done, son? I was like, Mom, if I had a deal done, you'd be the first to know. I appreciate the honesty there from Higgins. Pretty clear the report was wrong. There's no way to spin it there. That report was fake news. Whether it was intentional, accidental, bad info, whatever it was, just not accurate whatsoever. We'll spend some more time here on Higgins, what a deal could look like, by the way. But first, if you haven't already got your Myles Murphy rookie jerseys, now is the time to do so. Chatsports.com/Myles Murphy. Those are the rookie jerseys. I know it says 1. That's just the placeholder number until Fanatics updates it. It'll be 99. You can get the actual number. It's not going to be 1. It'll be the real number for Murphy. Links in the comments section and the description. Chatsports.com/Myles Murphy. Higgins has become a very impressive playmaker for the Bengals. He's been a borderline 1,000-yard guy each and every single season of his still young NFL career. Whether he's like a true top 10 receiver, top 15, top 20, whatever, he's in that conversation, and those dudes get paid. And I would fully expect, once Justin Jefferson gets paid, Ja'Marr Chase to beat that figure, maybe if only by $500,000 or even less than that per year. I do think T. Higgins can command more than $20 million a year. I mean, he's in that DJ Moore, Terry McLaurin range, is he not? Maybe he's not the same A.J. Brown, Stephon Diggs for what the Bengals ask of him, but you can do some creativity with the structure. You can still find a way to spend big bucks on guys like T. Higgins, on guys like Ja'Marr Chase and Joe Burrow. And as sticker shocky as those price tags are, they can make it work on a per-year basis and make it all work under the salary cap if they want to be aggressive, which ownership has to do when you have a quarterback like Joe Burrow. So what is the most you would pay T. Higgins per year? You're getting to the 20 figure I think he's going to command? I am. Sound off for me in the comments section the most you guys would give T. Higgins on a per-year basis. Let's move now to Chase Brown. As Bleacher Report, who continues to hate on Joe Mixon, by the way, has hyped up Chase Brown as one of their predictions for the most surprising rookie gems of the 2023 NFL draft class. And I don't mind this one at all. I like Chase Brown, as we'll get into later, quite a bit coming out of Illinois. I think there's a lot to like about him as a rusher. Still some third down stuff has to be worked on. It's a fifth-round pick, though. So you're looking for gems. You have to adjust your expectations accordingly. If you think the fifth-round rookie is going to come in and be a 1,000-year guy instantly, you're probably asking for a bit too much, even though running back is the area where you can find those gems and have that level of success. I thought Chase Brown was awesome for Illinois last year. They ran the football great. A massive workload, by the way, 328 carries. Not that much previously, which actually makes you feel a little bit better, I think, about that standpoint. We're going to go more in depth in terms of how I feel about Chase Brown, what his role could look like here. But if you want more Bengals news, rumors, free agency trades, contract extension, everything else in between, hit that sub button right now. YouTube.com/BengalsTV. Free videos all off season long. I always do my draft rankings in advance, so I can't be accused of adjusting them to, which people do all the time, even in draft media, like, wow, I just went back and watched this team's third-round pick. He's a star. Okay, well, you might be coming in with a slightly rose-colored glasses outlook. So when I say I love the value of Chase Brown, that was going to be true for whoever took him in the fifth round. Just happened the Bengals got him. Fourth-round grade for me. He was number 129 overall, my number 11 running back. The Bengals got him a full round later than where I thought he should have gone. So I really like the value for the Bengals. And the role I'm very intrigued by. I was talking about Travion Williams on yesterday's show, how he could fit in as maybe the Samaje Perine replacement. Maybe it's less so this year. Maybe it's more so next year when Joe Mixon has a team option. And I doubt he's back next season, even though I think he sticks around this year. Chris Evans is more of a third down back. Chase Brown has the opportunity to show what he can do in OTAs, in training camp, at mini camp, at the preseason, and establish himself as a backup this year most likely, and potentially get a shot to take over for the Bengals for Mixon next year. So I love the value pick of Chase Brown. It's a fifth-rounder. Adjust your expectations accordingly still, but there's a lot to like about him as a potential gem. So I'm actually on board with Bleacher Report, including him on their list.